Hi, welcome back to the channel. We're still in Scotland camping at the Woods Caravan Park. Here's what's coming up in part 2. Coming up in part 2, we're off on a brand new adventure as we explore St Andrews and Dundee for the very first time. We climb the iconic Wallace Monument for some breathtaking views and uncover some fantastic walking routes right from the campsite. We're continuing our journey in Scotland. Today we're off to St Andrews and Dundee, and tomorrow we're exploring the National Wallace Monument in Stirling. We're camping at the Woods Caravan Park, which is located near to Stirling. It's a great base to explore the local area. It's a large campsite with spectacular views of the Ochil Hills. It has modern facilities and an on-site bar and restaurant. For our full site tour, check out part 1 of our visit to Scotland. The link is in the description. We're just making our way off the campsite. Today we're heading off to 2 places that neither of us have been to before. The first stop is St Andrews and the second one is Dundee, so we'll catch up with you there. Welcome to St Andrews, the legendary home of golf, ancient ruins and some serious coastal charm. We started the day wandering through the medieval streets, soaking in the mixture of old stone buildings and modern buzz. One of the real highlights in St Andrews is the cathedral. Now a dramatic ruin, it was once the largest church in Scotland. Built way back in the 12th century, for over 300 years it was the centre of the Catholic Church in Scotland. Well, we've had a great morning here in St Andrews. There's loads to see and do. It's definitely worth a visit. We've just been down to the harbour, had a look around the castle, cathedral and also all the shops. It's full of things to do, so add it onto your list to come and see. And after a busy morning exploring everything St Andrews has to offer, of course we hunted down some good coffee and food before heading back to the car. St Andrews definitely delivered. Well, that's us done here in sunny St Andrews. It's been an amazing visit. We've soaked up all of the history and explored the stunning town, and Murphy's thoroughly enjoyed himself, but is now absolutely flat out. Next we made the short 30-minute journey to Dundee. We entered over the Tay Road Bridge and enjoyed a stunning view of the city. Dundee is a coastal city on the Firth of Tay estuary in eastern Scotland. We kicked things off with a stroll through the city, enjoying the architecture and the many sculptures dotted around the streets. Dundee's come a long way from its days as the city of jute, jam and journalism. Back in the 19th century it was a booming industrial hub, especially for jute production. Today it's all about tech, art and innovation. After exploring, we refueled with some coffee and cake. Next we made the short walk to the revitalised waterfront and explored the green spaces and views across the River Tay. Just next to the river you'll find the V&A Dundee, Scotland's first design museum, and the building alone is worth the visit. It looks like a futuristic ship sailing right into the River Tay. Then we checked out the RRS Discovery, the actual ship that took Scott and Shackleton to Antarctica and got a taste of Dundee's maritime past. Well, as you can see, the weather's got the better of us here in Dundee, so we've headed back to the car, getting ready to go. We had a good walk around the town centre and then had a coffee and cake, which was nice. Maybe a little whipped cream puppuccino, I think they're called. And then we had a walk down to the riverside where they've redeveloped it and got some gardens and things next to the museum and the ship. So that was quite nice. But for now, we're going to head back to the campsite, so we'll catch up with you later on. We've just got back to the campsite. We've had a really exhausting day today, especially this one, who wants a nice long sleep now. It was really good going to St Andrews and Dundee for the first time, although we did get caught out in Dundee by the weather. And as you can see now, it's really sunny to end off the day. So hopefully just one more dog walk today, which I might take you along on, and that's it for today. So we're just heading out of the campsite now on our last dog walk of the day. Right, go. Good boy, let's get a little treat. There we go. Come on then. So we've just headed out of the campsite, across the road. There's a little path here which leads you around the corner. It's a little bit of an alternative dog walk than walking around the site. But as you can see, it's a really busy road, so you've got to be really careful crossing over there. But if we just make the little turn around the corner, what you get to see is one of the towers on the tower trail, which you can do all around the area. And then you arrive at one of the towers, which is on the tower trail, which I'll show you in a minute. It's a handy little walk to come out of the campsite and walk up to here to the tower, with there not being a dedicated dog walk on the site. But like I say, you've got to be really careful crossing the road because it's a really busy road with a concealed entrance to the site, so the cars come quite fast around the corner. The next day we headed up to the National Wallace Monument in Stirling. Perched high on the Abbey Craig, this towering tribute to William Wallace overlooks the battlefield where he led the Scots to victory at the Battle of Stirling Bridge in 1297. If that sounds familiar, this is Braveheart territory. There is a fairly steep hike up to the top, but it's totally worth it. You can choose to take the free shuttle bus if you prefer. If you do choose to walk, you will enjoy sculptures along the way. and we've just reached the viewpoint, but unfortunately there's no view. Onwards and upwards. When we visited, the monument was closed. However, inside tells Wallace's story from outlaw to national hero. And at the very top, after a spiral staircase workout, you're rewarded with jaw-dropping views across the Stirling countryside. That was really well worth the walk up to the monument. That's the Wallace Monument overlooking Stirling. If you don't fancy the steep walk up, there is a shuttle bus that runs every 3 minutes, but wow, it's windy when you get to the top. Even though we couldn't go inside on this occasion, the walk to the top was definitely worth it, simply for the stunning views. Well, that's the end of our trip to Scotland. I hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. If you're planning a trip to Scotland, please do let us know in the comments below. We'd really love to know. And if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It's completely free. So until the next time, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.